Today on Kicks Chronicles, we continue to talk life and kicks with sneaker and streetwear connoisseur and general OG Culture Force. He shares his experience as a creator, how the landscape has changed, and advice for any budding creative in the space. We talk the best sneaker drops of 2024, and we also get into some quick fire questions. And lastly, I asked Culture Force what 2 pairs of kicks he'd take with him if he was stranded on a desert island. This is Kicks Chronicles. Cheers, my people. Big PROZECH back again. You already know what it is, man. Kicks Chronicles, your sneaker and lifestyle podcast. I'm your boy PROZECH. Welcome. Episode 86. We're cooking. Right, part 2 of our interview with Culture Force. First and foremost, I want to thank everyone that managed to watch our previous episode and all of our previous episodes. If you don't know, every episode that we've got, almost 90 episodes at this point, right? They're all available everywhere you get podcasts. Yeah, so make sure to go dip in. Make sure to go check out that back catalogue. I've got some great interviews with some amazing guests. You get me? As we're veering towards episode 100, obviously the natural thing for us to do is to sort of look back over some of the things that we've done, and maybe over the next few weeks or in the coming months, I'll get the opportunity to do that a little bit more, maybe bring you along on that ride. You get me, man? But it's been an amazing journey, and this last episode we had with Culture Force, part 1 was fantastic. This is gonna be another amazing episode. So thank you very much for listening, watching. Wherever you are in the world, make sure to let me know in the comments. Make sure to let me know on social media, PROZECH on all forms of social media. Make sure to reach out and show some love. Obviously, I always talk about the reviews. People, I need them reviews to be up. You get me? 5 stars. I need them reviews to be up. You get me? But yeah, I respect you guys and I appreciate you, man, for always holding man down, for always supporting the podcast, for supporting me in general. It's been a vibe. Just so you're aware, in terms of Kicks Chronicles, like, I'm gonna be about for a long time. Like, I'm not joking. I'm gonna be about for a long time. This is my heart. This is what I love to do. I love to speak to people. I was talking to my wife earlier today, this is my podcast, this is our podcast, but it's their story. And every single person that comes on this podcast is sharing a piece of themselves with us. And it's a privilege. It's an honor to sit across from these people and hear their stories. And regardless of their social media following or their job role or their title or whatever, every single time I get the opportunity to sit down with somebody and hear about what makes them happy, what gives them joy. Yeah, it's a privilege and it's an honor, and I'm thankful to God for allowing me to be in this position. Hopefully, I'll be able to do this for a very, very long time, looking to grow, looking to continue to improve, that whole continuous improvement piece. Yeah, that's your boy, always trying to make things better. Incremental gains make everything better over time. We're trying to see that compound. So all of these little things that we're doing in terms of improvements in whatever in one area or another, we're hoping that these things all compound, and as we grow, we can create a community, a Kicks Chronicles community. We can start doing events and we can start doing various different things. That's kind of my vision. I want to get to the point where I can speak to as many people as possible. And yeah, I think it's important for me to state this at this juncture, as we're getting to the stage where hitting 100 episodes is kind of a little bit of a milestone, but it's an opportunity for us to reset. I want people to understand, anyone that listens to this or watches this, you can be a guest on Kicks Chronicles. Like, if we could make it make sense, if we can schedule it, like, reach out to man. Like, people have reached out to me. That's one thing that I've been thankful for in the last sort of 100 odd episodes, 90 episodes, I should say, really, is like people are reaching out to me now, which is actually a vibe, because it takes a little bit of the energy off, like in terms of me like having to continually go out and search for people. Like sometimes people are reaching out to me, and that's amazing. That just lets me know, number one, we're resonating with the people that we want to resonate with. People are listening to the pub, they're vibing with the pub, and they view us as a viable medium to share their story. And that's all I ever want to be, right? I only ever want to be a viable medium to share stories, encourage and build up the culture. That's it. I don't know why this is something that's been weighing on my heart for me to share with you, because as we're getting to 100, it's almost like I'm feeling in my mind that like this isn't us hitting a milestone that we need to sort of look at and say, you know, well done. This is the beginning of something. And I want every single person that listens and that watches to not just listen and watch, but to be part of it, to be part of it. I want to talk to everybody. I don't know if you understand, like, please deep what I'm telling you. I want to talk to everybody. If you have a love for this thing that we call kicks, sneakers or crepes, right? Whatever you call it, right? And wherever you are in this world, yeah? If you got an internet connection and a microphone, G, I want to chat. I want to chat. Like, let's chop it up. Like, and let's talk about your journey of love. Let's talk about how you fell in love with kicks, man. Because for me, like, it's among the best conversations I have in my life. You get me? And that might make me boring or nerdy or whatever, but I'm living in my truth, man. I enjoy what I do. You get me? By the grace of God, we've been able to create something which allows people to just talk about what they love, and it's a good thing. It's a good thing, man. And we're only growing. We're only doing more. And yeah, and I have a lot of you to thank for that. I have all of you to thank for that. I ain't gonna segregate. All of you, man, are the reason why this is working, and obviously glory to God. You get me? We've been putting in that hard work, man, but it's been paying off. Still need to continue. Stay humble, stay hungry. But yeah, we need to talk about Culture Force. Once again, our guest this week, Culture Force, literally a general streetwear, sneakers, Kicks Force, like everything he's got going on. 1.2 on TikTok, 100K on YouTube. Like, I think between the time I interviewed him and now, guys like bust 100K on YouTube. That is not easy. Like, if you think that's nothing, yeah, tomorrow, go get 100 on YouTube. Just do it. Go get 10 and holler at me. YouTube is a real thing, bro. It's super saturated and it's not easy. You get me? And obviously it's easier when you already have a massive following on other platforms. But nothing is for free in this game, man. You got to put that work in. You get me, man? So big up to Culture Force for hitting that milestone. Hitting 1 million on TikTok is not an easy feat. Hitting 100K on YouTube is certainly not an easy feat as well. You get me? And I'm talking from experience. I'm definitely nowhere near those levels, man. But one day I will be, and you would have been with me on this whole journey to see it, and you would have known how much hard work and effort and how much of a slog it would take to get there. So, no, man, big up to him. He shares with us once again super gems, like just dropping diamonds. He gives us his advice for people in the space, people budding people that want to get into the space, creatives in the space, and just gives us a little ways in which we can differentiate ourselves, understand who we are, right? Because I think it's important in order for you to be the true reflection, right? In order for you to fully realize your full potential as a creator, you need to understand who you are as a person so that you're not blown to and fro, because you can end up like just being a shadow of yourself, following them clicks and them views. You get me? Just do what you love, just do what you like. He also gets in to the kicks that he's really enjoyed in 2024. And we go back and forth on that, and that's sick as well. because 2024 has been a decent year for kicks. Can't lie, man. Some decent kicks have come out. So we get into that. Obviously, we get into the quick fires as well, which is important. And lastly, apart from, I forgot to say. Yeah. He shares with him 2 pairs of kicks he takes with him on a desert island, but I forgot to say, he also talks about what being a sneakerhead means to him. Right, and I think that's really, really important. Amazing interview, amazing guest. Obviously, one of the biggest in the space. So I'm super privileged to be able to chat to him. Kicks Chronicles 100 is coming. Right, keep your eyes peeled for any announcements. Right, like something's gonna happen, and I'm gonna tell you what I want. Right, number 2. If you ever want to holler at me, kickschronicles@gmail.com. Right, holler at me. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, right? Reviews, comments, all of those places. Feel free, drop me a line. I'll always hit you back. And with all of that being said, I'm your boy PROZECH. This is Kicks Chronicles, right? And our guest this week is, the illustrious of the highest order. It's Culture Force, right? Part 2. I hope you enjoy and let me know what you're saying. And I'll speak to you guys very, very soon. Until then, everyone, look after yourselves and enjoy. Peace. So, I mean, I think it's important when we have a guest on that's really done some decent stuff in terms of the culture and in terms of content to us. Advice that you would give to any potential content creators. I think it's important from my perspective on this platform that we use this space to also educate and also to encourage and inspire. And when I've got someone like you, I'll always take the opportunity to sort of learn from that, from yourself as well. So from your perspective, like, was there any piece of advice that you received that you felt really helped you in your content creation journey? Or is there any advice that you would like to give that you think is really, really important for people to take on board?
I think kind of to answer both questions. So, like in terms of actual advice and something that's been valuable that I've been told, or not so much told, but like I have, is that you need to find not necessarily a mentor, but someone who's experienced and like an older head, right? So that can just be in life, man, like just life in general. And I have a guy, he's called Jamie. He's a really nice guy, Scottish. I've never met him in my life, never met him. But we're just like internet pals, and I'm going to go up to Scotland in the summer and meet him. And he used to be like a buyer. He's been in fashion for a long time, and he is amazing. And anything that is slightly controversial or I'm not sure about, or any business I launch or anything, I run past him first, and I always get his opinion. And I value his opinion so much because I know that it's going to be straight, and it's going to be if it's bad, he'll tell me it's bad. That's the same with like a few people around me. And I think the point is that you need, if you're going to try and be in the public eye, however cringe it sounds, or like put yourself out there like on the internet for people to judge you, you need people around you who are going to shoot you down or big you up depending on what you're doing. And you need to have that support group, which is super, super important, that are truthful and authentic and transparent. So I think I've got like my girlfriend Jamie, a couple other friends, and maybe 1 or 2 other creators as well if I really needed help, who could really be like, who would help me out or just kind of tell me how it is. And that's super important. That is the most valuable asset a lot of people can have in their life, is that type of person who's going to be completely authentic and transparent with you. And then I think in terms of like actual like creating content, advice for that, it would just be you need to be yourself, but you also need to play the game a little bit. I think I definitely have a character, and you need to kind of, some people aren't going to like that character, so you got to take stuff on the chin, and it's going to take you a while to find out what works and what doesn't work, and you're never actually going to find out a method that works forever. Like, it's impossible. It won't work, man. Nothing. Content's constantly going like that, so you need to understand that you're gonna. It's really. Like as a human, right? It's getting really deep, but you value consistency, and as a content creator, that is constantly like this, man. Especially in fashion or something of that niche or sneakers, because there's trends and stuff. Something's always going up and down, and the cool people are always going kind of up and down. So yeah, I think you need to understand how it is not a straight journey, and it's not definitely not like that. It's definitely like just up and down all over the place, and that's like generic throughout whatever you do in life most of the time. But I feel like in this niche, because there's eyes on you, it makes it a lot more visible. You're a lot more vulnerable, basically. Um, to that kind of stuff. It's an easier career. It's easier than working a normal 9 to 5. It's more privileged. It's more beneficial. Not more beneficial, but it's more. You can make a lot of money quite easily if you fall into the right place. But at the same time, you put everything out there, and it can go wrong very very fast if you're not switched on, or if you're not looking after yourself online, saying stupid stuff. You know, you could take things too far. And I have to do that type of stuff all the time. Sometimes I look at videos of mine that I've made, and I don't post them because it's too far in the Culture Force character, and it's kind of just, you need to recognize a little bit who you are. It's really hard not to get sucked into the views, because views are like money, man. Like it's amazing. It's this massive hit of dopamine, but the reality is it's not really real. You know, you watching me on the screen a couple of times is is great, but it's not a real interaction. And I think you can fall in love with like a million, looking at a million views on the screen, but the reality is it's not really that good for you if you're not using it right, and it can be a trap, man. It's a really slippery slope, and a lot of people's well-being can slip, a lot of people's mental health can slip, because they can fall into the viewership trap. And I'm quite grateful. I mean, for example, I haven't logged into my TikTok account on Culture Force for, I've logged in, but I haven't looked at the views for about 2 months now. My girlfriend does a recap with me every Sunday, because she manages the account, and she just so I don't get too obsessive about views. And it's not because it's probably because I'm so driven to try and do better all the time, and it's not really healthy. So yeah, you've got to really find that. Fine. I'm not really a believer in work-life balance, because I think if you're gonna, like, LeBron James and Kobe Bryant weren't taking days off.
They don't take no days off. It's
Yeah.
just work.
So I'm not really a
100.
believer in that, but I am a big believer in that you do need to look at yourself when you need to, type thing, and look after yourself a little bit. There is a balance there somewhere. It's not quite a work-life balance, but there's something there. And yeah, that's it, man. Do your thing, be a little bit different. You're never going to be original. Like, nothing you do is going to be original, because everything's been done. But you can definitely combine things that have worked on other platforms and over here, and then make it your own, put your own spin on it. And that's exactly what I've done. I mean, if you look at my content and compare it to some YouTube content, it's probably quite similar, but I've taken it from another platform. I've shortened it down, and I've made things that work on TikTok and implemented that into my short form content. And now I think the next venture for me is trying YouTube a little bit as well. So I'm sure I'm going to try and do the same stuff over there, man. And that's it, really, bro. I think yeah, I've waffled. That was the biggest, just complete jumble all into one, and I went all over the place. But there is
gems in there, bro.
There is
gems in there, bro.
stuff in there, man.
Yeah, gems in
Fish
there,
it
bro.
out.
Gems in there. I'm saying, like, do the work, fish it out, man. But honestly, like, I appreciate that massively, man, because I know, like, when you're asked those types of questions, like a million things can come to your mind. You get me? Like, so to be able to crystallize it and make it into like those kind of points is really, really cool. So I really do appreciate it, man. From your perspective, sort of moving forward, you talked about YouTube, but I think it'd be important for us to talk about the Hype Report as well. Recently, I think we can say recently started. I think it was. I think that was. It was. Was it this year or late last year that it started?
Late last year, man. Yeah.
Yeah, late last year. But obviously picking up a lot of success. You had on some massive guests as well. Doing some great numbers as well. Like, so that's doing good numbers. How did that come about? Because obviously that's under sort of the Fellas Network with Carl Freezy and them man there. Like, and obviously they're branching out into a new space entirely. And I think it's a safe bet if I'm being honest, in terms of the culture and in terms of you, because I think you're good for it. But like, how did that come about, and what can you tell us about that story?
So yeah, I just got a DM one day from Kyle on TikTok. Said that it's something for me. I hopped on a call, and that was it, really, man. That was literally as simple as that. And then they built the set. We
Serious.
started then, and we started recording, man. It's quite it's quite it's not easy, but it's not well. It was quite sorry. It was a very easy process. Fellas are great. They're really good people to kind of work with. They're very very big studio. But it's also done really well, so you're not like constantly surrounded by loads of people, even though it's a big team. You kind of just have like one or two producers or people working with you, and you just kind of crack on with it, man. And yeah, that's it, man. Really, it's nice. I like it. Still trying to find its vision a little bit. Not too sure. I think like anything, like I said, it's
Yeah.
constantly up and down, man. You're constantly going in different directions. So yeah, it's good fun, bro.
It's definitely a vibe, and I think it is really, really important in sort of this scene. I felt like there's a lot of space for varying different types of um content and podcasts. I
Mm.
feel the podcast space and the content space are so similar in that regard.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
have
yeah,
podcasts with slight different nuances that really hit a completely different niche.
yeah,
Like, and on the face of it, from an untrained eye, they can look very similar, but they're hitting completely
yeah,
different
yeah, definitely.
audiences. And I feel like what you're doing in the Hat Report is really, really important. There are a number of other podcasts that I think are fantastic within the space. I'm not going to go through all the names, but I feel like the more we have drawing people to sort of our niche in terms of streetwear and sneakers, the better, because all it does is make more popular
Mm.
what we do. So I'm definitely vibing with the Hat Report. You get me, man. I'm there, man. And if you're not vibing with it, man, you need to get on board. You get me? Well, yeah, man. Thank you so much for all of that. I want to ask you a bit of a actually, before I ask you that question, because you know what I'm saying, Hype Report and all that, man, you got your finger on the pulse. This year, right? Do you have like a top 3 kicks that have dropped this year? You get me? And we're not battling, but I think I'll probably have a top 3 as well, so we can share ideas on this. But do you have a top 3 kicks that you think have dropped this year that you've been happy with their drops, or if there's ones that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, so I think the breads were good. They were
Yeah, I
well
like.
done,
Yeah,
man. Yeah, they were well done. So they're obviously different to the 2019 pair that released, aren't they?
yeah. The
These
Gorilla
are
pair.
obviously like the pattern leather, which is nice. I think they're a really good finish, man. I think they're in an era where Jordan 4s are definitely kind of not played out, but very saturated.
Super popular.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and there was a high stock of them, and they still did really well. I've always
yeah,
picked up a pair about 3 weeks ago, maybe even a month ago, a pre-love pair of them, which was insane because I was like, "There's going to be no pre-love ones on the market." Already had one, and we sold it on Kicks Force, but yeah, I had I won it on sneakers as well. So I've had two in hand, and they're both well same shoe, but really impressive, man. I was
yeah.
impressed with that.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with that. This was a necessary shoot.
Yeah,
Like, there was a lot. I think I found myself coming more and more around to the idea the closer it came. Um, like, I mean, the Durabout pair is a legendary pair, but the reason why I didn't get involved with fours for such a long time was because of how uncomfortable they were.
yeah, yeah,
And it was so important that they changed the tooling on the shoe, because like I can now actually wear the shoe. Like, if not for the SB that dropped obviously last year, which actually sort of changed the game in terms of
yeah,
comfort levels on
yeah,
the
yeah,
floor,
yeah, yeah.
I don't think I would have this. I think I just look at it from afar, because I'm cool with that, because I've done that basically my whole life. I've had so many fours that I've sort of got because I like how they look, but I can't wear them.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
it's like
I
I
agree.
can't do it, bro. Whereas that SB and this bread, like I can wear
I
this,
think that
and it's not like
yeah,
it's not Yeezy levels of
nah,
comfort,
nah,
but bro, like, I mean,
good.
from where we were,
Yeah, it's good, man. I think I think the breads and the SBs are definitely probably if I was to make a kind of a top 5 list of fours that I've owned, they would definitely be up there. I think
They're
I
super up there.
quite like the off topic a little bit, but I like the big fan of the Pure Monies 2017.
Yeah.
They were nice, man. I had quite a few pairs of them. Sold quite a few as well. They wear really easily though, like really easily.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But yeah, sorry, man. Go on. I get waffling off topic.
No worries at all. So, are there any other shoes that dropped this year that you were like, yeah, these are a vibe?
You know what we're meant to be. What's the I've forgotten what it is. What's the shoe that's meant? It's rumored to be dropping at the end of this month. Bear with me. I can't remember how I've forgotten about it. 1 second. I've posted about it and everything.
Oh, is it? Are you talking about the
Chicago, the J-Pack, Chicago, man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think they're meant. I don't even know what's happening with them, but it's been rumored that they're meant to be dropping at the end of the month. I really like that shoe.
Yeah, that's a vibe. Yeah, that's a classic.
I don't know what's happening, but I hope they're dropping. I probably wouldn't.
They're saying April 2024.
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Here we go, man. I don't know. Fingers crossed.
You are saying April 2024. And to be fair, I missed out on the trophy rooms. So I might get involved. Yeah, I messed out massively in the trophy room. So
what are they moving for now? I haven't even looked.
The trophy rooms or the other ones?
The trophy rooms, man. What are they moving for?
Yeah, bro. I mean, my size, I'm about 4'5".
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. This is how Nike is messed up. And don't get me wrong, I would love to work with you once in the future now, but bro, I gotta get my piece off, man. My boy got EAs on the trophy rooms. Bro. How are people getting EA in the trophy rooms and there's only 2,000 pairs in Europe?
Yeah, that's wild, man.
Crazy talk, bro. So I'm like, bro, just make that make sense. If you already have limited stock, bro, why are you giving people EA?
Yeah.
Not hating, bro, because I'm glad they got the.
Bro, that's that like.
It just don't make no sense, bro.
For him to get EA, man, there must have been like 2-digit numbers, maybe.
Like it just doesn't make any sense, bro.
Yeah,
it just doesn't make any sense. But like, it is what it is, bro. Do your thing, innit? Like, bro, if you got it like that, got it like that. But yeah, man, yeah, the J-Packs are hard. Anytime there's a Chicago looking kick coming out, I'm involved, bro.
Yeah.
You get me? I'm involved. So yeah, I'm with you on that without a doubt.
Yeah, they're nice.
I'm with you on that.
Again, another release that I missed when they dropped in 21 or 2020.
Yeah, I haven't used 2020.
Yeah, I missed that. So yeah, hopefully, fingers crossed, man. I don't mind them saturating that a little bit. It can give me a few pairs. I bought.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
And then I also bought the Court Purple SBs. Like just the they restocked this year as well. I haven't even taken them out of the box yet. But another shoe that I kind of. It's just simple. It's just easy. It's not crazy. Yeah. I quite like it. I just like the purple. I like those type of colors. So that's probably it's a bit boring. It's not really anything. There's so many crazy stuff coming out. The military blues, the new SB4s, allegedly. But yeah, the Court Purple SBs are nice, man.
So that's a great point, man. Like the military / industrial blue that's coming out. Like, what are your thoughts on that shoe? Like, I feel like the hype for that shoe is building.
Yeah, man, definitely. I think it would have looked. They should have done. I think that color would have been amazing in the SB, like the SB4s, man. It would have been absolutely beautiful with that. Oh man, that kind of like rubbery back tab, and it would have been absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's a gorgeous shoe. It's really nice, really nice shoe. We will see if I grab it. I don't know. It is nice. I get it. I've had the OG military blues before. Yeah, it's obviously a bit lighter, isn't it? It's quite a bit of a brighter blue, right?
Yeah, do you know what? Like, the only because I like the color blocking on the military blue. I like, but that blue just looks a little bright for me. I
Really?
don't know. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind bright colours, but bright blue just doesn't
Yeah,
always
it
mesh
is a
with me.
lot. Yeah,
Yeah, it just doesn't. Like, I'm not a massive UNC guy. A lot of people love UNCs. I'm just not really a massive fan of that sort of lighter blue. Like, I'm saying, I'm all right with other lighter colours, but just a lighter blue just doesn't really vibe with me. I just feel like it just doesn't go with my palette. I do want to see it in hand though, because I
yeah,
do, and I do want to. I just want to feel the shoe. I want to see what they're saying with the materials, because that shoe is in terms of a four. That's like probably the next really hype
yeah.
four that people are really looking forward
Next
to.
up, man. When are they dropping?
I think that's May,
Yeah,
early May, and I think it's definitely going to be a vibe. Like, and I'm with you. I really feel that they missed a trick in terms of the SB. I
yeah.
feel like if they'd have made this an SB,
It
but the thing is, maybe it's
depends.
too much birthday, man. Maybe it's too much. Like,
Yeah,
gun.
I agree. Maybe they can't give us everything we want straight away. I mean,
Yeah.
it depends what they do with the SB. The colorway, if it coming out later this year, allegedly, depends what they do, what color they bring out. I don't know. There's rumors that the Black Cat is on it apparently, but I don't know, man. I mean, me and Sneak no one's
Imagine a Black
conversation
Cat
about it
SB.
yesterday.
Black Cat SB.
Mm,
That'll resell for 3
that'd be
grand.
insane, man. Yeah,
A Black Cat SB would be
even
crazy.
the pine greens are moving, like their prices going up and up and up.
Yeah, they're still like, bro. That for me, yeah, that was a sneaker of the year last
Oh,
year.
definitely.
That shoe
Yeah.
just did everything for me. Like, I was just
Even with like the Cortez and stuff, like the Air Maxes,
100.
I think even
And I'm massive on the Cortez. I'm
yeah,
massive on all of
they're
them, man.
amazing, bro.
Like, I feel like they did fantastic. But yeah, hands down, the SB4 just ticked every box for me, man.
Yeah,
But that's a vibe, bro. That's
last
a
year
massive vibe.
I don't know if we're gonna beat it this year, man. Last year was unbelievable.
Do you know what? Like, see, I think I'm with you on that, bro, because I feel like, I mean, we're in the second quarter of the year,
Mm,
and don't get me wrong though. I think maybe it's a little bit of recency bias. I feel like last year started off a little slow as well. Like, there were a
yeah,
couple of little bits that dropped early last year, but I feel like it started getting crazy during sort of like the middle of the year. I thought
yeah,
we started to see some
yeah,
crazy drops during the middle of the year. But that being said, like, I feel like there has been a couple of shoes that I'm gonna say hands down, like, by the end of the year, in terms of a top 10, the the bread reimagined is gonna be in the top 10.
mm,
The trophy room will be in the top 10.
yeah.
I'm saying
It
that
needs to
now,
be there, really. Yeah,
bro. If anyone doesn't put that trophy room in their top 10, it's just because of hate.
yeah,
Like, and I get it,
yeah, yeah.
but it is that
It's
good of
good.
a shoe.
Yeah, it is.
It is that good of a shoe. When you get that shoe in hand and you see the attention to detail, speciality box,
The
different
box, yeah, the
laces,
box and the paper, yeah,
bro.
beautiful. Yeah, really
Like,
good.
just everything they've done with the shoe, that little gold back tab, like, it's perfect. The shoe is literally perfect.
Yeah,
Once you get it in hand and you see, like, if I had that shoe, it would be on display, and I'd literally only wear it if I was like going to an event, because it's that spicy of
yeah,
a
I
fit,
agree,
bro.
man.
Like, honestly, it's a strong shoe. So yeah, those two will definitely be in the top 10. It's likely that the industrial blue will be in the top 10 just by default of it being what it is and what people are looking for. Um, um, and yeah, man, I'm struggling to see what else. Like, hi there. So nice to see you. Sorry to interrupt the pod. I'll be literally 30 seconds. I just wanted to say thank you for being here. And also, if you enjoy the pod, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. It really does help. Also, if you're listening on an audio platform, feel free to give us a review, whether it be positive or negative. Just leave a review. We really appreciate it. Also, feel free to listen to our old episodes. And if you ever want to get in contact, if you want to let me know what you're thinking, feeling, or whatever, holler at me. My name is PROZECH. PROZECH on all social media: Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. I'm enjoying TikTok at the moment, so feel free to holler at me. I will always holler back. And with all that being said, I'll let you get back to the pod. Toodles. I'm going to ask you a bit of a weird question. It's called Desert Island Kicks, one of my favorites. Say you're cast away on a desert island. You've got 2 pairs of shoes with you. You don't know how you got there. You don't know if you'll ever get rescued or whatever.
Yeah.
But what 2 pairs of shoes would you have with you, and why?
So if I'm on a desert island, 100% slides, like Yeezy slides.
Strong.
Comfort, good, very, very comfortable. They last, right, for so long. And if you buy water, right, you can just wash them off, because the dirt just, as long as you're not chipping into the rubber, the dirt, they just rub off, man. They literally, I mean, I've got a pair of the pure colorway, had them for about 2.5 years, I think maybe even 3 now, and I've beaten them to the ground, and they still look really good. Well, if I washed them, I haven't washed them, but if I did wash them, they would look good. I know they do rub off. You literally just washing up liquid them, rub onto them.
Yeah, 100%.
They're quite cheap, and yeah, you can chuck them about. They're something that you can lob it at a tree, man. It'll be fine. There'll be no scuffs or nothing. It's great.
It just bounce off. Yeah, 100%.
It's really good.
You're right.
So they're good. And then probably something with a bit of. If you're on an actual desert island, if you want something practicality, you probably want a bit of ankle support, man. So probably a high top, maybe a 1. I don't like 1s at all in terms of comfort. They're obviously I love them in terms of what they stand for, but in terms of comfort, I hate them on my feet. But if you actually want to, like, I don't know, if you're on a desert island and the terrain is, a bit sus, you probably need that ankle support, or probably maybe a basketball shoe, man, like a proper basketball shoe,
Yeah. I'm with you on that. I'm definitely with you on the slides. Like, whenever people ask me this question, I'm like, I can't wear slides because, as I've alluded to, with the big feet or whatever. But I substitute my slides. I substitute my slides for the foams.
Oh, nice.
It's similar.
What about the foam runners, man?
Yeah, I'm a fan of the foam runners, just in terms of the sort of avant-garde nature of the shoe, it being a bit of a Marmite shoe, but also being a supremely comfortable shoe. Like, I like the idea of it just being a bit of a weird and quirky shoe. I think it is probably, if I could wear slides, I would probably veer towards slides, because I feel like the bounce on the slide is a lot more. I feel like the comfort level is really strong. Like, just a notch above. But the foams are fantastic.
What size do you run on the foams?
So I'm a 12 and a half, so I'll go a 13 on the foam. Just have a little bit extra. And yeah, I take them on holiday.
And do you wear socks with them?
Yeah. I have to, because my feet are terrible.
I've got terrible feet. Just a public disclosure, man.
Yeah, I've just got to look after people. I've just got to be. I'm first of all, I'm self-aware. I'm not stupid. And second of all, man, I'm a responsible father and husband. I just got to look after people and my good name. I don't want people chatting about my feet.
Yeah, man.
You get me? All right, bro. So what we're gonna do now? We're gonna do some quick fires, bro. Well, the only thing I ask with the quick fires is that you keep it real, you keep it gully, like straight from the chest, no dilly dally right here, bro. How about that?
I got you, man. I got you.
All right, bro. We like that, man. If you're ready, no dilly dally, bro. If you're ready, I'm ready. Let's do it, yeah?
Yeah, hit me, man.
All right, man. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Straight off the bat. Nike or Adidas?
Adidas.
New Balance or Adidas?
Adidas.
I love it. Can you wear Nike and Adidas together, yes or no?
Yes. Definitely, man. Think about life. Think about many more problems there are in life than worrying about that. It really annoys me. It really annoys me. I'll try really hard not to swear now, because you told me not to at the beginning, but it really annoys me when people get like in a big hissy fit about it.
I love it. Can you, if there ever was one, can you remember what your last Nike sneakers win was?
My last night purchase?
No, that you got from the sneakers app.
The Breads.
Oh yeah, strong shoe.
Yeah, Breads, man.
Do you have a Jordan number, and if so, what number is it?
3.
Yeah, solid.
3.
This I'm interested in, right? YouTube, Instagram, TikTok.
YouTube. Yeah.
Interesting. He's focused on the future, boy. He wants to. He
I
wants
think
to.
not just for like, obviously for me it's TikTok in terms of like monetization and stuff, but I think in terms of like the platform in general, I think YouTube is better for people to be on. I think there's more of a wider range of content, and what I consume, I learn more from watching YouTube as I do TikTok.
I respect that, and I actually agree as well. Absolutely. Sneakers, kicks, or craps?
Sneakers,
Spotify or Apple?
Spotify,
Favorite collaboration?
off or anything Virgil and Nike, so mostly Off-White and Nike. Yeah.
Love that. Vans or Converse?
Vans
Laces or slip-ons?
or slip-ons.
Nice. Default laces or do you pattern your laces?
Default, man. I'm so dyslexic. If I start patterning and playing with them, mate, bro, I can't. I can tie my laces, but I can't relace. So my girlfriend, who is currently in the living room right now, I tell her whenever I get a new pair of kicks, I want like sometimes I like mix and match the laces. So the SB core purples, I have a black and a white. And I just give her to them. I was like, I can't do this. This is so complicated, man. Like my brain just doesn't work. It doesn't work. And she's got a really serious job in medicine, really smart girl, and she sat there doing laces,
Doing lace?
and I can't do it. There's life.
There you go, man. That's life, man.
Keeps me humble.
That's life, man. That's it. It does keep you humble, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not all fingers are the same length, bro. Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, mine definitely not. Bro, yeah.
All right, bro. Custom designs, or are you straight factory setting? So would you customize your kicks, or are you straight factory?
Yeah, factory, man.
Respect it. Retro or innovation?
Innovation.
Like that. Flip flops or slides?
Slides.
Socks or barefoot?
Socks.
Yeah, we spoke about that.
I don't think the barefoot game is treating neither one of us too good, man.
No, it's not working for me, G. Respectfully. Comfort or style?
Oh, comfort.
Love that. Fresh and clean or beaten and battered?
Beaten.
I respect it. Washing machine or hand wash your kicks?
Washing machine.
You're a real one, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Lows, mids or highs?
Lows.
And last question, triple blacks or white or whites?
Oh, white.
We love that. Yeah, man. Yeah, interesting question, bro. Interesting answers, I should say. Like, obviously, this guy, he said it with chest, bro. He's wearing Adidas and that. He don't care. You get me? You know Joe Palmley from Kicks and Coffee?
Yeah.
He probably gave the best answer that I've heard this. He was like, yes, if I can't see it. And I was like, you know what? He's ticked every box there.
Yeah.
Because I actually vibe with that, especially like when you start like getting like more and more kicks, you start realizing, you know what, man, I can't just be wearing Adidas or Nike. I can't just be picking sides every time. I need to just sort my life out, man. So if I've got a pair of Nike socks on with an Adidas trainer in the future, people don't have a go at me.
Bro, the easiest way is just buy unbranded socks. You don't need branded socks, man.
That's true. I went with the Boohoos. You get me, man? We'll flow with that. It's no problem with me at all, bro. And yeah, man. In terms of like some of your other answers, the washing machine is wild.
Really?
But, you know what? Somebody else said that recently, man. What was it? James Else from the drop date. He was like, I've been washing my kicks. And he's been washing his kicks in the washing machine, and he's got a crazy collection. Yeah. And he says, I've been washing them in the washing machine. He's like, you just need to know how to do it in order for you to really preserve your shoe.
Yeah. I think if you think about like my answers earlier, like I don't own anything that is, you know, kind of like pre, I don't know, like Y2K. So some of the older pairs, obviously, I can't. Some have older pairs, I couldn't just dash in the washing machine, probably. But for me, if I'm like Yeezys, for especially 350s, man, turn out so well in the washing machine. I literally put fairy liquid on them, genuinely fairy liquid on them, and whack them on. And the prime net afterward is just, right, it's done. It's unbelievable, man. It's so good. And then, yeah, I put toothpaste on my Off-White Dunks to try and clean them for a video. So there is literally nothing I won't do to I'm really not fussed, man. Like the washing machine's fine. It doesn't. None of these. A lot of the pairs I own aren't going to be around for. I wear all my shoes, most of them anyway, man. And it's just access and ease is important for me.
I respect it. I respect it, man. The game's changing, people. The game's changing,
It
man.
is. It is.
I'm coming around to different ways of thinking nowadays. Before I let you go, and once again, just appreciate your time, man. You've been fantastic. The word sneakerhead is something that we say a lot in the culture. What does it mean?
I think someone who has a priority with shoes, so someone who will prioritize their getting technical on it, their disposable income on shoes as opposed to other stuff they might need. I think that's genuinely where it comes from. I think someone has a passion for where the core of shoes. So if that's like the foundation of where the sport or whatever, and yeah, I think it's someone who will go not excessively spend, but someone who will spend. They might not have the funds to. They obviously have the funds to buy shoes, but it could definitely be spent elsewhere in their life. And I think if you're kind of buying kicks as opposed to doing that kind of stuff, and taking enjoyment and pride in it, I think that probably makes you a sneakerhead, man. I feel like it is used very loosely. And I even told you at Kicks and Coffee, I don't even know where I would put myself on the spectrum because I love shoes, but that wasn't my first love. Like that wasn't it, and I'm still growing into it. Like even now, you know, I've been in it for probably like 10 years now, maybe even 9 years, like shoe wise. And I'm still growing into it all the time, and I'm buying, experimenting, and learning stuff, man. Because like the content creators I watch, you know, like Elliot and Sneakonomics and people like that, will constantly remind me of how uneducated I am on the face in the good way, man. You know, I'm constantly learning about what's happened before me. So yeah, difficult one, bro. Difficult one. I would say something like that though. That this, if someone's if you prioritize your shoes and sneaker releases as ahead of certain other maybe spending money on nights out or stuff like that, you know, I think that's where it probably stems from.
I respect it. So, I mean, with that being said, and I know officially or unofficially, I should say, I've asked you this before, but I'm going to ask you again on your episode. Culture Force, you get me? Are you a sneakerhead?
So I am, man. I am. I'm gonna say, yeah. I'm gonna say. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't belong on the podcast. But yeah, of course I am. But in the old sense of the word, I think it's it's difficult, man. It's weird, isn't it? Like I'm definitely not an OG. Probably a new era, if you like, which gets so much hate. But I don't care. I'm gonna embrace it, man. But
Nah, bro, I feel like, first and foremost, 1000% Kicks Chronicles certified sneakerhead, for whatever that means and whatever that's
yeah, I
worth.
don't even know.
Bro,
Yeah.
for real, we definitely co-sign that. And like for you to be in the pod, as you said, and for you to talk as candidly and as openly and as passionately about kicks and streetwear as you have done, like we'd have to co-sign that. And I agree to an extent. I feel like there are OGs in the game that have a lot of in terms of knowledge, and I wouldn't even class myself in that category.
Yeah.
I feel like there are tiers. I was saying like the various different levels of it, and I'm probably somewhere in the middle. And I feel like that's okay because I feel like just like in karate or in jiu-jitsu, whatever, you can have a brown belt or you can have a white
Band. Yeah,
belt.
yeah,
You
yeah.
get me? You can have different colors, and you're still part of the team. You still can roll. We can still spar. We can still do our thing. You get me, man? Like I don't feel like it should be. It shouldn't be something we should use to exclude people. I feel like it should be something that we should really help people to feel like they're part of something.
Yeah,
And I feel
definitely.
like that's important nowadays, especially where like you were talking about on the internet about like genuine connections and really sort of connecting with people. Like I feel like that's one way that we can actually help people to feel like they're part of something. that's bigger than themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I really, really appreciate you jumping on, bro. It's been fantastic, man. This has been an amazing episode for me and something I've really looked forward to. So yeah, bro, about 17, 18 million people are going to watch this. So I want you to just let them know what you got going on, how they can support. You get me? Like, make sure you let them know that you've got one or two social media accounts that they might want to have a look at. You get me, man? Tell the people what's going on.
Yeah, man. Well, I think my obviously my day-to-day is Culture Force, and making vids for a living is basically what I do, storytelling kind of content in the space. But I think the next step is Kicks Force, is where I'm going to be pushing, where we are pushing now, learning. I'm learning. That's what I'm learning the most about, especially about like business and stuff. So we had Noti Force, which is no longer was merged elsewhere. And that was great. I learned a lot from that as a business, and we made good money, and people in the group made good money. And but it was very, very quick. It wasn't very traditional. It wasn't. It was really fulfilling because we were making money, and it was making other people money, and it was successful. But I feel like, business isn't meant to be. That's such a false representation of what business is. So I'm now focusing on Kicks Force, which is making nowhere near as much money. But it's a passion project. The people I work with are amazing. I learn stuff every day about it, and I think it's one of them in the long term that if you slog now, hopefully 5-10 years time, it will be really worth it. And I love it. I absolutely love it, man. So go support Kicksports, bro. We do some really good stuff, really good prices on everything we do. We're not making like big profit margins. We're not making like 60 quid a piece. We're sat there making, I don't know, 8 quid, 9 quid profit on tees, jumpers, stuff like that. Yeezys, stuff like that, man. We're making like 10, 20 pounds on some pairs, like, if we're lucky. So it's kind of passion project, man, and an education project for us. So that's what I've got going on for my near future, and hopefully long term as well, bro.
Awesome, man. People, make sure to go jump on Kicks Force. Anywhere you see this guy's face, anywhere you see the name Culture Force, make sure to go click on that, support that, subscribe to that. What you're doing in the space and for what you've done already, man, like, big up yourself, bro. You're fantastic. And yeah, we'll continue to support. We'll continue to show love. If there's anything I can do continually to support, you get me, man, just let me know, man. You done me a massive solid. Like, I don't take it for granted, broski. So, like, yeah, I appreciate you. People, this has been another episode of Kicks Chronicles. Our illustrious guest this week was, like, the man himself, Culture Force. He's been amazing. Guys, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. We don't play games, bro. It's Culture Force, broski. Like, comment, subscribe. Like, do all the things you're meant to do. You get me? And don't play games. 5-star reviews only. You get me, man? Even if you hated the episode, tell me under a 5-star. Respect yourself.
Yeah.
You get me, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying I don't get out of bed for nothing less than 5 stars. So do your thing. Make sure to hit us up in the comments, as I said, on email if you want to do that. kicks.chronicles@gmail.com. You get me, like, and yeah, man, Kicks Chronicles 100, fast approaching. Make sure to hit us up and let us know who you want us to get involved for that. And bro, like, yeah, man, thank you once again. This has really, really been sick. I really, really enjoyed it. And people, you get me? If you keep on supporting the pod, we'll keep on getting people like this. It's not easy, bro. Keep on getting big guys in the game. You get me, man? But for everybody, like, look after yourselves, look after one another, stay blessed. And until I see you, man, down the roads, everybody, yeah, stay blessed, man. Peace. Thank you for listening to this episode of Kicks Chronicles. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, rate, review, and all that good stuff. And remember, full video version is available on YouTube, audio versions available on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.